Hey everyone, this is Whatsanopoalae. Welcome back. We're going to be checking out the Cove today. I've got some new characters. I've got Big Vinny, who has, thanks to my purchasing, he's got the Dirk Stab moves and the Finale moves. You'll be able to see those together. He also has a stress heal called Inspiring Tomb, which is really nice, especially when he gets into that third or last slot. And I got Dudley. Terrible names, but that's okay. He's got a battle heal, and he's got the Bulwark of Faith, so he's got one move different from Reynold. I'm also going to be bringing Anna and Bujo, just because I need a healer. I'm going to be heading to the Cove today. The Cove is one of my favorite locations. It's one of the newer locations. I think there's only one area that came after, and that is a spoiler, unless you've already played. I mean, technically, this entire Let's Play is going to be spoilers, but I'm going to be heading to the Cove. Love it. Thralls will explode if left for too long. Thralls are gross. I really like them. They are... You'll see them pretty soon, I'm sure.
They must be flushed out.
Haha, flesh. I got it, because they're water. They're basically people who died and were submerged and were then, this is actually something that happened quite often. People would fall or be thrown into the river when they died, or the ocean, and they would sink down, and then they would expand and start to rot, but not like normal people who were above ground. They'd fill it with all these gases and things. And my science is probably completely inaccurate here, but then they would come back up towards the surface eventually, and they'd be bloated and not right at all. And it was really gross looking. And that's what the thralls are.
Hacks laden with loot are often low on supplies.
That's a dead whale. The outsider would be very sad. This place is really good at bleed damage.
Finding this stuff is only the first test.
Fish folks have scales. They don't bleed very often. But there's a lot of guys here who do bleed damage. And then that chest that we just saw, which I had used a shovel on, you don't have to use a shovel on it. You could just open it up with your bare hands, but it's covered in barnacles and you'll cut your hands open. This guy who wants to be Wolverine, he really likes bleeding people.
Give them no quarter.
Dirk Stab, there we go. Didn't click the first time.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Did a couple of clicks before I got that. Lots of fishmen. Also, I didn't return my party to its original order at the end of that last fight like I normally do. I tend not to do that when I have jesters in my party, which might be an issue because I forget to do it later on. But, like I said, they've got Dirk's moves, so they also have this, which is really nice. It's not so great here where they all have like 50%, but he's got 100%. So it might be better. Nope. I wasn't that bad at math in school. I was pretty good at math. This game makes me feel like all of my knowledge of percentages is wrong. Okay, 6 with your plus 15%. Man, she's dodging a lot. I like it.
Surges as the enemy crumbles. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oh, crats. I think that's where that thing really helps. I don't know if it's supposed to help with crits, but it definitely seems like I do more crit damage with it than I do without. I would just pass, but passing gives you how much stress? I don't know, it gives you like a good amount of stress. And I would normally also do another finale here, but we're almost done with this fight, so why not just finish it and then finale at the beginning of the next one? Nice.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
That's another thing where it's always been that way. Like, even when the game was new, you had to put it into the spot twice before it actually goes in.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Last time we played together, I said a word,
Gains purchase,
the word being kleptomancy, and so now I'm going to tell you the story behind that, even though I don't have the party with me that I wanted to have when talking about it. So I do have Anna with me. Anna with her... God, it's so weird, because Anna's a they, and the Hellions a she, so... That's weird. I don't have any... I didn't get cut. Good. So, Anna and Blue are both in my D&D group. And we were in this really amazing museum full of awesome curiosities. And Adisti, played by Anna, grabbed one thing. The plague doctor we had in the party, because we actually had a plague doctor in the game, was running around collecting everything, just taking things left and right, telling people not to touch anything because that might be cursed or sciencey or whatever, and stealing everything for herself. Adisti, the barbarian, touched one thing and became cursed with kleptomancy, which forced them to steal everything. Which, I mean, they were already stealing everything. That was no big deal. Except that they stole something that was cursed. So, they were cursed, and then they stole something that was also cursed. And that curse was... turn everything you have that's gold into wood. So, it was kind of a way for me to balance the party out, because I was giving them all this really nice stuff. And then I also needed to take some of that stuff away, otherwise it's just like way too overpowered. I had to then make them poor. They also went to a town full of bards, and everyone was singing and having a good time. They were like, "Oh yeah, bards, this is great!" And then the bards stole all their money while they were walking through the crowd, not noticing. It was pretty funny. Man, what is your dodge? 0. Man. I was doing that because it's annoying having them just switch back and forth. Because Dudley can't do anything back there. You should have been hit. Dudley, let them pull you up to the front. Stress gone. Bleed gone. Heal all. Nice. Oh, nice. There's a lot of algae back there. Or moss. I'm not sure. Let's play that. Ooh, I got a thing for an occultist. Now I just need to get an occultist.
They can be beaten.
When I was first doing... These are thralls, by the way. They're so gross looking. And very accurate looking. When I was first going into level 6 quests and having a really hard time, because I couldn't get through a single area. I couldn't go. Everyone would just die the whole time. Like I'd go through one room and everyone would be broken except for those who had died. It was a mess. I read up on how to do them because I was like so frustrated. I just had to figure it out. I need help to get through this area, and someone's man, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I do that a lot. I have got a really bad memory. Give me a second, I'm going to figure out what I was saying, and I'll be right back. Okay, I remembered what I was talking about. Back when I was first going into the level 6 areas, they kept talking about how don't use the occultist as a healer. Use the occultist as a second highwayman. He's just a highwayman in a robe. And it was just...
precipitates a dizzying fall.
No? I mean... I guess in terms of range of where you could hit with them, but no, they are not highwaymen in robes. Highwaymen don't do 18 heal in one go. So that's part of the reason why I will go with a bunch of occultists and no vessels, because to me an occultist is a real healer. It's a range. You could heal for 0 and you can bleed people with it, but whatever, you've healed 4 times as much as the vessel can at a higher level. So why are vessels the way they are? Like, if my vessels die half the time, I don't... Actually, more than half the time, more like 90% of the time, I don't care. I don't get heartbroken over them. It's like, woo, 2 health. That's great. That'll totally save our lives. Does this movie go forward? Yeah, it does. I just need to get the corpses out of the way. Turn waste. Ah, no, I got rid of corpse. That counts. So it looks like I actually do have to keep this gesture in the front because neither of these guys can do anything in the 3rd slot, so it's just going to be swapping back and forth. Ooh, move charm. You can have that. You can have that. There we go. I don't need Jade. Jade is garbage. I'm going to continue adventuring because everyone's got some decent stress. I'm going to touch her. Only get a buff for plus 20% damage and plus 4 speed because obviously the vessels do so much damage. Oh, actually, no, I do have a shovel. Okay, we can keep going.
Another mariner.
Another misfortune.
Another misfortune.
Okay, I should probably have left. Like I said, this is why I bring so much food. read the deeds. So maggots kind of suck. They don't do anything that bad. They will debuff you, make it easier for you to be hit, but that's fine. The thing that really sucks about them is the fact that they've got 75% protection. Like that, what I did there, that should have killed them, because they only have 5 health. So I did 2 damage. Because they just don't care. They've got big shells. So the debuff is minus 20 dodge and minus 3 speed. Which on Jester kind of sucks, because they rely so heavily on speed and dodge, but hopefully you guys will never see what the Thrall does. Hopefully I'll always have them dead before we get there. Ooh, 2 damage! Bam! Ooh, 3. Nice crit.
Success so clearly in view.
Or is it merely a trick
Or
of
is
the
it
light?
merely a trick of the light?
I'm out of torches, so I guess that's a good place to leave.
The pungent odor abates.
I got another
The things
special
are
thing.
driven back for a time.
There weren't any coral in there. Coral are my favorite things about the cove. Like, I like the way it looks, and I like the types of creatures that are there. But really, the main thing I like about it
See something long
is
absent in the sunken faces
the
of passers-by.
coral.
A glimmer of hope.
Because with the coral, you can just go in there and you put some herbs on it, you make it some spicy coral, and you cure a ailment, like, immediately. I want that. I want her. But I'm full. I only need 1 of those. Ah. Tavern could use some help. These places. I can make it cheaper, or I can make this place. I can make it so that we can upgrade skills.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero
Bam,
trains
bam.
for what you will face.
Bam, 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 bam. This is where all my money goes, by the way. I just up things and remove diseases. Sometimes I'll buy trinkets, but it's normally just the trinkets that mean I don't have to eat food. And here's the expensive one. Because abominations have 8 different moves, and they can use all of them. I try to keep it around $9,000. I try to keep 9,000 gold on me at all times, because then I can just buy whatever I need without having to worry about it. There are 2 medium length. One of them is a Book of Constitution. The other one is a debuff skill, which I don't do a lot of debuffs. I know some people really do. And there's this, which is short, but I really like it. And this guy, which has a -4 dodge. I want to get some people up to a level 2, and the fastest way to do that is to get them through medium quests. So I think I'm going to do this one. I mean, you can always use more crests. And let's get all these guys out of there. Let's get Timothy and, yeah, Dismas. It's scary, but I don't want Dismas to die. And pick Vinny. Who's gonna be my backer? Probably Nicole. This Nicole has festering vapors. Those guys don't like being blighted. Oh, whoops. Everyone's still wearing their trinkets. Ooh. I want you to have a higher dodge and you don't have a move skill, and you don't care about being moved. So, I would really like to be able to put 2 dodge stones on someone, but you can't. I am going to put that on. And I'm going to put more XP. You're going to get that. And you're going to get that. Do you have... No, you don't have a heal. So this is useless for me right now, but you will have a move resist. Not that we had to worry about that much, but sometimes those stressed ladies, those cultist acolytes, will do that to you. Once we do more medium quests and things get a little bit harder, I'll be getting 3 of each, and probably up to 8 torches, but right now it's not that big of a deal. We haven't really needed it that much. Also later on I might do quests where I don't bring any torches at all because full darkness.
The smell of rotting
So
fish
much fun.
is almost unbearable.
Right, gonna grab her. It's always a good day when you walk into a room and you immediately start freaking out.
Waiting to be spent.
I feel like a lot of them, if they lived in today's times, would have major anxiety issues. It's like, go into a room, I can't order anything, I've got paranoia today, I've broken natively, I just need to relax. Nice. Okay, so seriously, we're what? Level 0? Level 1? Level 1. And doing 30 damage. Ah.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
So, I feel like the Pelagic Guardian is the enemy version of a man-at-arms, aside from the enemy man-at-arms. Because of the guard thing, man-at-arms also have a guard that ups the prot as well. But for them, it also gives them repost. So, even then, it's better to be a man-at-arms.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
My communities guys really like bleeding people. There's how it goes. Octocestus.
Great is the women that counts on its own.
Okay. 4. 5 clicks. 5 clicks to get that stuff into my inventory.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Thank you. I did perform very nicely. Let's get some coral. I'm not sure what the symbol is right here. I'm pretty sure it's a boat coming towards you. Like, you know, when you're looking up at it and it's like a huge freighter or whatever. So this is gonna sound weird because the abomination does stress everybody out by insisting, but I don't remember the last time anyone was stressed out by the abomination in any of my playthroughs. Sea Breeze sucks. It's like, hey, nice damage you did there. It would be sad if something happened to it. So you saw how he just went from, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. I can't really make my voice that roarish. Everyone says things when they get to a certain damage. Normally it's around 50%, that they'll say something. They'll also say something where the light hits 50%. No one's gonna be like, I need a healer. Or if they get stressed out, it's like, at 50%, they start talking and be like, what are we doing? Why are we here? Why haven't we given up yet? This is a terrible mistake. The Abomination, one of the reasons why I like them so much is they talk all the time. Like, I've never seen someone respond when one of your heroes gets hurt. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, you're not dead yet. I mean, you're saved. I mean, you are healed off of death's door. But if you take damage, if one of your guys takes damage and the Abomination sees it, sometimes they'll actually be like, they'll say stuff. They'll woof, or yeah, because their friend just got hurt. And they care so much more than some of the other characters do. You don't want to get in a big debate with me about it, because I'll just keep talking about how great Abominations are for the rest of my life.
English horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
This one really needs some stress heal going on. But first I'm going to eat some food so that I can take this nice whistle. I like that whistle. And we're full up on the second room. So pretty soon we are going to run into a collector, which as much as I get excited about how adorable and wonderful Abominations are, you're going to hear me do that about twice fold, because I love collectors so much. Collectors are terrible, and they will destroy everything you love. And I think they're adorable. They're kind of like the opposite of a Shambler, because Shamblers are the devil, and maybe I'll fight one of them someday, so you'll know just how bad it is. Collectors, they show up whenever your inventory is really clogged up, and they're just really excited to show you their collections, because they're like, oh man, you collect all that stuff, that's so great, look at this, I collected all these. And they show you their collections, and you panic, and everyone gets stressed out, and then you have to fight the collection on top of the collector, and they're just adorable. Like, they're designed really cute too. They've got these big fur coats and these big rattly cages that their skulls in. That's a trap.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own
I know
eyes.
you can cure debuffs with the medicinal herbs, but I never do that because I'm like, whatever. It's for 12 rounds, which is a lot of rounds, but you just walk it off. Which I guess is why it's 12 rounds, because if it's a fight, they normally do 3. But if you're walking, 12. Look at all these fights. I think in this next room, I'm going to take a nap. Oh, you're not a collector. Maybe they're going to be nice to me and be like, oh yeah, you're new, you're only a level 1. I'm not going to make you go up against collectors, and I'm just going to be here going, give me collectors, give me collectors.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Yay, I dodge. What terrible strength. 2 damage and 2 points. Yeah, we'll do that one. Yeah! Those guys suck. Of their grouping of enemy type, I think the guys with the guns are the worst. I'm popping more bones. I'm gonna do that. Let's get rid of some stress. And I'm gonna stab you. And now you're dead. So I don't need to deal with you anymore, and I can just keep doing some stress heals because I don't need the physical heal. And you've got 31, you've got 37. Do a stress heal on yourself. And then I guess I'm gonna kill you. I was just gonna let it happen, but you get some stress healed when you kill bad guys. So. And let's return that to the right order. And nap time with all the food.
A moment of respite, a chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
It could just be being picky, but it makes me sad that the abomination has to stay in their absolution pose for resting when everyone else has their own like actually designed pose. Kind of prevent nighttime ambush. Yeah, everyone else is just like, I actually have my own well-designed sit-down mode. And they're just like, I'm stuck in standing, kneeling, sad person mode. Which they are very sad, so. I'm gonna do that one. And then rest.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Apparently, on the end of all of your torches, there are stars that are waiting to be born. So, that's something to look out for, I guess. I understand why the Highman is really good at doing traps. I understand why the Houndmaster is really good at traps. The Houndmaster, before becoming a Houndmaster, was originally a cop. So it makes sense. It makes sense for the bounty hunter to be good at traps because they make traps. They're bounty hunters. I don't understand why the Jester's so good at traps. I feel like it must have something to do with being a bard, since that's the closest to being a bard class. It really is a bard class, but since this isn't D&D, we don't have classes the same way. Yeah, this is weird to me. I do like that though. That was nice. We can do that like any day. Uppercut slice. Sorry if you have to hear me like sniffling and being gross and all that. I've been sick for the past couple weeks, so I guess just the past week. So I'm trying to get over that. I'm drinking a lot of tea, which isn't different from any normal time. I'm always drinking a lot of tea. That makes my voice really unpredictable. And now we all have negative dodge. You're gonna get poisoned and edited. Yes. For these 2 guys, one of which is dead, I'm going to transform into monstrosity. And then bam. Give everyone some stress heal, and also heal, and then do absolution, and that guy's dead. it's really smart to just like know that everyone's dying. All of your enemies are dead, so go ahead and have fun healing yourself, doing all the stuff that you need to do, because whatever, it doesn't matter. But if you wait too long, you'll get more bad guys to show up. I'm not clicking on that. Yeah, I said that if I run into a shambler, I'm gonna let you guys see what it is. But I'm gonna try not to even abandon or retreat the quest, because that way you'll really get to know just how awful they are. Really destroyed. I'm pretty sure I just shot her and her entire skeleton just burst. And that's why we don't have to deal with her as a bone skeleton. Bleed. You bleed me? I'm gonna bleed you. Ooh, I'm also gonna heal. If I had anyone at like above 4 bars, I guess so above 40 stress, I would just have them back there de-stressing people. Ooh. Disease resist, really helpful at this point of the game. But now I've got to do the hard part. Holy water will prevent disease, it'll prevent everything basically. It gives you a big buff, and blight resist, bleed resist, disease resist, and debuff resist. It does not have any effect on this negative 15% stress. That's from camping. Let's take a look at the map. There are 2 more rooms. I'm out of room. I can keep throwing away garbage in order to get more stuff though, so. That's what I say when I am find an empty crate. Okay, so this guy, I hate him. He's the worst. He's almost as bad as the shambler. All on his own. Just in terms of likeness. He has this ability called Accuse, which will pick one of your guys. Just one, so it's not that big of a deal. But that one person will then take 20 stress, and if that wasn't enough, because that's what this guy does with the stress wave, is 20. Yeah, 21 and 18. He does it so that you take an extra 15%, like 10 to 15% stress for the rest of the quest. Like it says until next camp, but most of the time, next camp means the end of the game. And now you're healing people. It also has Doomsday, which will stress everyone out, which is not very nice for, what's his name? Pick Vinny. So that's why I always work down the madman as fast as I can. Oh no. Oh no.
And now the true test.
This was a mistake.
Fast or expire.
This was a mistake.
Injury and despondency.
There's only one guy left. And they're just gonna make everyone stay sad. Cause a lot of damage. then die.
As victories mount, so
6,
too will
7.
resistance.
Okay. Now we'll leave.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost
Not
traversable.
bad money-wise or deeds-wise. Not deeds, heirlooms-wise, because we've got a lot of crests. We didn't get any deeds. Got Eldritch Slayer, which is good because that whole place was full of Eldritch. We got Lurker, which is good because I like doing darkness runs. And we got Sidiomania, which isn't fun, but that's okay.
Women,
6 more recruits than usual.
soldiers,
Great,
and
I can't
outlaws,
take them.
Fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
I like how the Plague Doctor has already decided that she's staying. In this little illustration, she's already got her little suitcase. She's like, yep, this is my house now. And I immediately go into Hester's voice. Hester being the Plague Doctor from D&D. She's just really cute, and she's the cutes character, which is probably why she's so cute. This is something that's pretty new. I like it. It's a way for you to trade some of your heirlooms for different kinds of heirlooms. So I can now get 8 and 10. Increase my roster, so I've got 16, and I can take 4 more people.
In the mud and rain.
I don't have a leper yet.
This man
I don't have an
understands
arbalist.
that adversity and existence are one and the same.
I'm gonna take another abomination.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is
I'm
more
gonna take the
dangerous than
occultist.
he seems.
So that's 2 things that they've got wrong. This man is more dangerous than he seems. 1, the abomination's not a man. In my mind, the abomination is a gender, which means that they are not male or female. They are not gender fluid. They are not trans. They are not cis. Well, I guess they're not cis. That one's definitely true. They are definitely not cis. They just don't have a gender. Timothy can go drink. And equip all. Bam bam. I kind of wish that the thingy I was using to record would show me how long I had been recording for. I guess it does. This is really small into the corner. So we're at 31 minutes. I guess we can keep going. There's one more place. Why is Dismiss at the top? Dismiss, no. Go somewhere. Short, 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 and medium. But that's the tenacity ring, which is really nice, especially when you're a higher level. I have one of those. And that's really nice, especially since I don't think Reynold has any healing skills. But I think I should do another ruins. I'll make the video longer, but I think that's alright. I would like to take Malvolay out, but I can't. Lepers are kind of jerks. They won't go out with the abominations. Either Will Vestals or Crusaders. Apparently, if you have a religion, it means you're a big jerk and you don't like people who have really bad hardships in life. So you don't need any max HP. You already have really good max HP, but you don't want to move. You want that. Who's got bad disease resist? You've got 30 and 50. You've got 30 and 40, and you've got 20 and 30. Oh my goodness, you're getting the book. Very much you're getting the book. Do you have a move skill? Yes, you do. Okay. Gonna grab 12 food. And 2 shovels, and 2 of those, 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 and 6 of these. Like, it might be because I love the abomination so much, and it might be because I was raised religious, but I definitely feel like the fact that the religious people don't like the abomination makes sense. Other religious people in my life, other than like 1 or maybe 2, yeah, the 2 queer religious people I know are really, really wonderful and lovely and kind, but everyone else who is cishet and religious are just extremely judgmental. So I feel like the religious people in this game following up with that, and also being, I guess, the differences, I think that makes sense. It just makes me sad. I have a friend who really strongly relates to the leper, and he's amazing and he's super nice, and I'm gonna put a link over to his Tumblr page on here so you guys can go meet him, because he's fantastic and he deserves lots of friends. And he and I get along really well, even though he said himself that I'm Abomination E. I act like an abomination. Not in a bad way, I hope. And that, yeah, he thinks that Leper was really judgmental and didn't really like the abomination either at first, even though, like, as canon shows, but over time liked the abomination a lot more, and I feel like that's something that the game should do a lot more of, is whenever you take someone out for the first time with the abomination, the first time that they transform, the other party members should freak out and get really stressed out, because, like, what is this? But over time, since the abomination doesn't turn on their companions, except for when you're in a boss fight in which you're forced to, then they should become less stressed out over time. They should be like, yeah, okay, no, this is normal. I figured it out. Everything's fine. We're good now. It should just take a little while. And even those who will be like, no, this is a monster. My God says that this is a monster, and I will not spend any time with it. Even those guys, over time, should get used to them and, like, get over prejudices, because they're spending all this time with them. And you only have, like, so many places to go in town. I mean, okay, so seriously, why would I have a vessel when I can do that? That was beautiful. But over time, you should be able to get used to people. What's that? Debuff skill champs. Now, I know I don't need to put it on anyone. Okay, I'm full. Anyway. I was going to put it on someone just so that I wouldn't have to carry it around. I've been in one room and I'm already hungry and I'm already out of keys. What a wonderful start. Herbalist. Should probably have a better trap disarm than that. Normally, I'd get someone with somewhat lower trap skills to undo a trap, but 70 in my mind is already really low. Alright guys, you can no longer camp and have a feast. Unless there is food in here, which I doubt. Yep.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be
How?
carried home.
How are you gonna carry home 25 bucks? I'm looking at all these surprises. I shouldn't be surprising people right now. Apparently, the lower the torchlight, wow, my voice is cracked, the harder it is for you to surprise people. So that's why I'm really surprised that I'm surprising. I'm really surprisingly surprised about surprising surprises.
Executed with impunity.
Run for the old gods. Run for the new gods. That's a joke I'm gonna make a lot because I'm gonna forget that I made it and I'm gonna keep doing it. So sorry about that in advance. Damn, straight back. How dare you? Oops. It worked, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. Thought, nope, okay. That's why. Yeah, killed you with a curse. That wasn't supposed to do a lot of damage.
Success so clearly in view.
Or is it merely a
Or
trick
is
of
it
the
merely
light?
a trick of the light?
I would much rather get injured by a box than a person. Cause, oh guys, means I can just like cure them before they take any damage from it. Nibble. Grave nibble. I'm pretty sure this is the only thing they can do is grave nibble. And dodge things.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. Back to the pit.
Bola. No more dodging with your 0 dodge skill. Grenibble. $250.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Woo. Oh, nice. I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna get rid of that. Actually, no.
The match is
Yeah, I'm gonna get
struck.
rid of my jade.
A blazing star
Or my
is
anti-venom.
born.
Or whatever it was I got rid of. These are 1,000 gold. I really wanted to take a nap before we got to our next room battle, but instead we got unyielding and no room battle. Or we are still getting a room battle. Nice. No naps. Because we don't have any food. We've got 2 food. Ow. You know, you've got a dodge chance now. You can dodge. You know what? Get up here. I'm gonna smack you. Bam. Bam. Bandage. Ah! Lepers do such a good amount of damage, and they're really great, but they cannot hit things a lot of the time. They've got really low, like, aim? Accuracy? That's what it's called. Accuracy. And now he's also bleeding a lot, so that kind of sucks for him. And now he's got no targets. Except for dead targets. think because maybe the sword's so heavy. I mean, look at the way he's holding it. He's holding it to, like, take the weight off of his own arm. Because he's sick. I mean, sick people aren't very strong. I can say that as someone who actually is sick right now. When you've got an illness, you tend to get a lot fatigued. Fight and a fight. Yep. And no naps on the way, so we're gonna get some breakages. Okay, what do we get in? Warren's Adventurer. There's a book on the Warrens. Should I touch that? I don't wanna. If I had a key, I would. If I had an anti-venom, I would. But some jerk came through here and put traps in a bunch of locks. And they blight you. Nice. Criticals. I meant that to be like tentacles, but apparently the word is already too close. Renauld is masochistic. I should probably stop clicking. When you click, you can go through all the text really fast. But apparently he didn't like the fact that other people took damage instead of him. He's a masochist and all that, but that's okay. What's that? This minus accuracy. He's got really used to just like getting through all of the stuff that they have to say really fast, so I don't see a lot of it. I was really hoping that was going to do 1 damage. All the way back there where no one can hit him. Good job. I should have thought that through a little better. There we go. That's better.
A trifling victory.
I'm not gonna touch that either.
But a victory nonetheless.
We have 1 space left for a good thing. Let's hope we get it. Nope, we got a bad thing. Oh, just lower the torch. It's a book. I don't think it's got that good of craftsmanship. And then we get trapped.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
You've got 21, you've got 18. Bam. 28.
Precision.
Nice crit.
Power.
Well, you do have a lot of dead meat.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
1 last fight with a big, big bleeder. And a small bleeder. Oh my god, that makes it hard to dodge. I just want her in the front so that she can do her thing. So she can do her iron song. Now advantages. Slice and dice. Makes it so that you can bleed a lot easier. Pain and pleasure in equal measure. And marked. I don't remember if these guys actually care about marks. I think they just care about killing the people in the front really a lot. Or just making the entire party bleed. You should be using punishment on the masochist, who will survive a little bit longer. Now I don't even need to do Iron Song. person can kill it. Them, him, whatever.
Injury and despondence.
Oh, did kill him though.
Or cowardice.
There we go, that's better. And a shank. Let's get the entire party bleeding all at once.
Or the
That
slightest
hurt.
lapse in concentration.
Luckily you won't bleed. I mean, you are bleeding, but you're not gonna bleed.
Be wary.
That's fine. I don't need some jade. I do want what's in there though.
Dizzying fall.
Hidden treasures.
Packs laden
Take
with
the
loot
stuff.
are often
I
low
don't
on
need this
supplies.
food, so let's take that instead, and I don't need a shovel.
Room by room.
And now I got this
all
cool
by
ring.
all, we reclaim what is ours.
And I got Anna to a level 2. Calm. Nymphomania. Like, I feel like calm should be a positive quirk since nervous is a negative quirk and calm's kind of the opposite, but it makes sense reading what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna get everybody. Ooh, I got a free building upgrade. I'm gonna put that in sanitarium.
Put them to work.
And I got the survivalist open, so now I can buy
At home in
camping
wild
skills.
places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
patient cells. Yes. And then I can also buy more patient cells. So yeah, I'm gonna get all these guys to get their stress on, and oh, I can also buy trinkets. And then next time, let's see. I'm gonna get some more people up to being a level 2. I'm probably gonna do this quest here because I really like that worry stone, and I really like doing the activation quests because you tend to get a lot of really nice benefits in your town events. When I first started playing this, there weren't any town events. I really like the town events. So yeah, all these people are going to be put away.
Trinkets and
I don't need any of those
charms
trinkets.
gathered from all the
I might
forgotten
sell some.
corners of the earth.
So yeah, money's going to be spent. Things are going to be done. See you next time.